welcome back everyone to a new series. This time we are doing Sonic 3, and recently I've really been craving a lot of the older games, so I've just picked up Sonic 3 in, I think, like 10 years. And we are playing on the Angel Island revisited version of the game, and this is basically the fan-made definitive version of the game. So this is essentially a user mod, so you will still need the retail version of Sonic 3 to get this to work. But once you have the retail version, you can go over to, let me swap over to the browser, you can go over to sonic3air.org, and that will basically give you the instructions on how to get this version to work. And this actually adds a decent amount of quality of life changes. So we have an actual options menu, we can change the display version, and it adds widescreen support, but oddly enough we don't get to choose the actual resolution. And we get to adjust the audio and adjust the visuals. And over here we have tweaks, and this basically changes some of the gameplay elements. Infinite lives and time, pretty self-explanatory. Shields, elemental shields are what comes default with the retail version. If you swap over to classic shield, then it makes all the shields behave like how they would in Sonic 1 and 2. So we're just going to be leaving elemental shields on. And then some other flavor changes. I'm not really too worried about it. So let's just dive right into the game. We'll start a new save file. We don't have to worry about the plot, which is nice, and we can just worry about the mechanics and mostly level design. And right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Spin Dash at the correct time to release it. So if you release, so normally Spin Dashing like this, it builds up, it allows you to build up speed, and you need to release your Spin Dash at the correct time to gain the maximum amount of speed. And I just picked up the boosts, and they basically just increase my speed acceleration. And over here we have our first bonus level. And over here it just tells you to get the blue spheres, and some of these bonus stages can actually get pretty tricky. Right now it doesn't look much, but as we like dwell a little bit longer in these bonus levels, then the Sonic will speed up, and if we take too long to complete the bonus level, then the increase in Sonic's speed basically means we won't be able to complete the level at all, just because it would be completely impossible to control Sonic. So right there we just sped up for the first time, and if we take longer than we are currently doing, then Sonic will continue to speed up. Yeah, so we just sped up for a second time. And obviously if we touch any of the red spheres, then it will kick us out of the bonus stage. And this is our first reward. We need 7 Chaos Emeralds to unlock Super Sonic, which is not all that important for the time being, but it basically determines whether you get to unlock the final level or not, whether you have Super Sonic and Hypersonic or not. And this Angel Island zone is probably my favorite starting area, if you are not familiar with how the kind of franchise works. The first starting area of the classic series is usually a lush green area. I think we had, what was it? I think we had Green Hill Zone for Sonic 1, and then Sonic 2 we had Emerald Hill Zone, and then right now in Sonic 3 we have Angel Island. And this is probably the most, hold on, wait, where did the rhino go? What? And this is probably the richest environment of all the areas, the starting areas. But over here we have our bonus stages, and the bonus stages are a good place to collect some additional items, and sometimes you can get 1-ups, which is basically a health upgrade, and sometimes you can get additional shields. I think we've been mostly getting rings, but if you like drop to the bottom of the bonus stage, then it kicks you out. But over here, oh, let me go back. If we go further up, like this tree trunk over here, then we will go towards the kind of cutscene that shows us what the meat boss is. But if we go backtrack a little bit, then we get to explore the rest of the level. So over here, here's some rings, and here's 1-up, and I kind of want to explore the bottom path a little bit. And most of these levels are actually decently large. Normally you think a platformer like this, you just have like one path towards the end, but most of these Sonic levels, you actually get a top path and a bottom path. Oh, and over here we actually get to push this rock away, and that will allow us to drop all the way down to the bottom for an invisibility. And over here, this is just a mini cutscene. We can't actually fight this mid boss right now. All it's showing is that he basically set this starting area on fire. And down here we have another bonus stage. And one of the kind of pitfalls of these bonus areas is that you can actually get lost while chasing the kind of like the final 3 or 4 blue spheres and just bump into a red one by accident, because by that time when you are chasing the final blue sphere, you probably would have been sped up a couple times already, so Sonic is already really tough to control, and all it takes is just one little mistake, and that will basically just kick you out of the level and you have to do the whole thing over again. So we're down to 40, I think we need like 3 or 4 more packs. More like cluster actually. But after we've sped up a second time, the best thing to do would be just to take it slow. Don't try to get too greedy, don't try to go for too many spheres at once. And as long as we play it safe, usually we can, with a little bit of hassle, get the Chaos Emeralds without having to revisit these bonus stages too much. And over here we have another one of these branching pathways. I'll try to show off as many of the area as possible. So if we go down to this waterfall, oh, we just lost our shield. I'll go over what each of these shields do when we get to kind of like the relevant stages. Because the next level is a water stage where we pretty much need to have a bubble shield, so I didn't really bother explaining what the bubble shield actually does. And if we stay inside the water for too long, we can actually drown. So we do kind of have to resurface a little bit. Let me try to show off the top path that we missed earlier. And this would probably be one of those places where turning off the time limit would actually be helpful, just because we are almost halfway through the time limit already. The game gives us 10 minutes to complete each stage, and if we take more than 10 minutes, then Sonic will just like completely die. And over here is a lightning shield. Lightning shield has the unique property to attract all the rings to us. And I think all shields by default will repel any kind of projectiles. So like that all those spiky balls didn't connect. And this is a fire shield. Fire shield has a charge attack like that. And it also makes us immune to any kind of fire effects. So lava, we are immune when we have the fire shield active. This kind of fire that this meat boss is holding, we are immune. Unless we bump into the main body, then we will lose the fire shield and take damage. But for as long as we have a and that's one of the other cool things you can do with the bind when you complete the level, is that if you get it to hit a specific spot on the ground, then it can spawn some items that we can pick up. So over there we spawned a bubble shield and a fire shield. Wait, actually bubble shield might be better. But the charge attack for fire shield allows us to break through any of these obstacles, just like how we can if we were in a spin dash. And over here we have another bonus level, so I'm just going to let my voice rest a little bit and I'll just let the level speak for itself. And also I don't really remember where all the other blue spheres are for this level, so I'll just have to search a little bit, and I have to concentrate and control Sonic properly. Oh, and one more thing I should mention is that the game can actually queue your additional inputs. So if you keep mashing a directional button, if you like keep mashing the turn left or turn right, then the Sonic will keep turning. And that's one of the kind of pitfalls that can happen when you get to kind of like a 3 times speed. Because by that point, you mash the button thinking Sonic won't turn in time, but then he will just turn to the correct direction, and then because you have queued an additional turn for Sonic, then he will just immediately turn back towards the wrong direction. So that's one of the things that can happen when you get I lost my train of thought. When you get sped up a little bit too much in the bonus level. Let me try to hit this rhino without losing my shield. And I'm trying to climb up atop the waterfall over here. Let's check the down path. I don't feel like climbing back up. And over here, this is another one up. And these are rolling like broken logs. There's actually a way you can kind of like scale them, but it's kind of risky. And this is another one of those branching paths. Let me try to explore the top area. Is this another bonus? No, this is a lightning shield. And this switch basically lowers the water level, and that means we can explore additional areas once we drop back down below. Actually haven't done this detail of a run-through of this song in basically forever, so I have no idea what dropping the water level actually did. Okay, so there's still water down below. think I see a... That's close. Yeah, there's a 1-up. No. Alright, just calm down and try to bounce our way back up. Nope. That's fine, I think we are close to the end of the level anyway. And is there a secret? Yes. Oh, I think I did this wrong. This might be bad. Okay, that's kind of close. Yeah, I think we are at the end of the level now, and I just really want to take the time to appreciate for a game that's released in the 90s. One level of this game is a lot richer than what we find in a lot of these modern games. And I kind of really just miss this kind of 2D art style with the background and the foreground. I wish more games that are released nowadays use this kind of art style and mechanics as well. And at the end of the level we have a boss fight with Dr. Robotnik over here. I think... Oh, by the way, this fire shield, it allows us to completely bypass all these projectiles that he shoots at us. So we just stand over here, we are completely immune to damage. The only thing that will do damage to us and cause us to lose the fire shield is the main body of his kind of mech suit. But that's the end of the level. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this game as much as I do. And come back tomorrow, same time, and we'll go on to the next level.